It's December, and so therefore it is our annual Albums of the Year. Normally, I would try and limit Chris to the 12 days of Christmas. However, he has completely thrown that idea out the window this year because he hasn't got 12 albums, he's actually got 21 albums he'd like to mention.
Almost Advent.
By the time I publish this, it will be the days left till the end of the 12 days of Christmas, basically. It will definitely keep you entertained over Christmas, and it's definitely going to give you some great Christmas shopping. There is some incredible music. You know how excited Chris gets about music, and I think possibly because he hasn't run the festival this year, he's had more time to listen to amazing music, and therefore that is why we have 21 different albums. Welcome to Deepdale Podcast, Chris.
Thanks very much.
Thanks for the enormous list. Yeah, and happy Christmas to everybody who's listening. So go on, you're gonna mention some international artists who are unlikely to have heard of the Deepdale Podcast, but you love their music, and we're hoping that they might notice as Father John Misty wants to come and play in the Brick Barn. Then he's very welcome.
He would be very, very welcome. I think it unlikely, but you never know.
You just never know
in this strange world that we live in at the moment. But yeah, I think 2025 for me has been an absolutely incredible year for new music. It's been so full of new stuff right from the start of the year, and some really, really brilliant albums. And we've been to loads of great gigs, really good Moseley folk again, and we've had some super gigs at Deepdale, and just an amazing amount of music. So yeah, we had new albums out this year from two of the Moseley headliners that we saw, Father John Misty, Mahashmashana, and Doves, Constellations for the Lonely. Both amazing performances at Moseley. Incredible. I mean, Doves, I didn't really know Doves that well, and they were awesome on the stage, absolutely awesome. And new album as well from Turin Breaks, who are a band that Sheila and I really love, Spacehopper. And that's a return to form, great album. They're the international superstars that may be less likely to have heard of the Deepdale Podcast. I don't know.
I don't know where they've been, quite frankly, but hey, there you go.
Hey, there you go. And then, locally, new album out from Brown Horse this year. Previous Deepdale guests. All the Right Weaknesses, which continues from their first album. We were at one of the album launch shows at the Holloway, the new little venue in Norwich, which is atmospheric downstairs. Full band show there, which is no mean feat downstairs. But that was great, and yet really good album. Americana, a la Brown Horse style, collegiate songwriting, and yeah, great record.
The early work, silver late bloomer. Last time you spoke again, got yourself lucky ever since you're human. When life's a joke, I'm true. Lost on us, I've been beat down, beaten track. Early late or posthumous, come back, still come back. Even after the bell and bar the whole day, it's still come back. Day or night, I'm in hard to work, dreams to conceive. Give it the green light, I get all the red wings.
So we're going to move on to, and sorry, Chris gave me a list and then told me we weren't doing them in the order that he told me. So I now have to find the numbers on the list. So apologies if it takes me a moment. We're now moving on to Pavey Ark.
Pavey Ark, absolutely. Late entry, because this album is only just out, and I've been waiting for it. More time, more speed, just out, and it is another slice of lush alternative folk from Hull. Big band to be recording and playing live these days. It's their second full-length album after their 2020 debut, Close Your Eyes and Think of Nothing, After that, they came over to Deepdale and played our festival. They played us after they'd played Glastonbury in 2016.
Well, moving upwards as they go, yeah.
And sweeping arrangements in these songs. They include brass, strings over Neil's finger-picked guitar, really melodic bass, and fantastically beautiful percussion. It's a really full, lovely sound, thoughtful, poetic lyrics. It's atmospheric, and it's almost meditative in its vocal treatment. And there are huge hidden depths still for me to discover as well. It's one of those repeated listen albums that you pick up more and more and more every time you listen to it. So
you quite like that album?
I do. I really like it. I love their first album. They're really great stuff.
And do you have a track that you'd like us to play a sample of?
Yeah, Epoch, if we can.
Here it comes, the end of time, flowing like sweet red wine. And there she goes, a falling sky. Did you ever see the stars so bright? This epoch, this hollow scene, this Pleistocene, this quaternary. Let's slip out this aging scene. It's clear to see I'm in a hurry. Here she comes, the edge of town, gliding like a surgeon's knife. And there it goes, a rising tide. Did you ever catch a wave so wild? This epoch, this hollow scene, and Anthropocene is quite...
Number 6 is Kyson Point,
Yes.
Underwater Sky.
Underwater Sky, from Suffolk. A duo from Suffolk, and Pavey Ark takes their name from a Lake District fell, and Kyson Point take their name from a spot on the Suffolk coast.
Nice.
On the River Deben. So, yes, tiny link to justify me moving them around in the list. It's not accidental, this stuff.
He doesn't just make this up as it goes along.
Occasionally, but yeah, beautiful modern folk music is how I'd characterise this. It's built around acoustic guitar, piano, some really surprisingly lovely rhythms. I wasn't expecting the rhythm arrangements on this album to be as they are. Really, really interesting and lovely. Made up of duo Kelly and David Booth, and it's beautiful ballads. Couple of more foot stomping songs, really stunning vocals. Kelly's vocals are amazing, and David's guitar is brilliant, really super. Drawing inspiration from natural world and what it is to be human. It's a lovely album, exquisite. So highly recommended.
And what song would you like everybody to hear on that one?
Let's go with If We Are Houses.
Outdoors long to open wider, handles like warm handshakes offered on a cold day. Windows showing signs of their years.
So we then come to one of our favourite ladies in the music industry, Kathryn Williams, with Mystery Park. I contacted Kathryn to ask whether we could play one of her tracks, and she basically just blew kisses at me, and so I'm taking that as a yes. So that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, we had multiple hugs when we turned up to see one of the album shows at Cambridge, and Polly was there, and Annie Dressner was there, so it was a bit of a Deepdale loving, really. So it was great.
Polly just sent me a manchego forever, having had an evening eating manchego cheese with her at the festival. So all in all, yes, we love our friends in the music industry,
and that was a brilliant gig. Kath's gig at the Junction in Cambridge when she launched the album. It was absolutely fantastic. Really, she was on such great form. She looked amazing, and she sounded incredible. You've got to keep going out to see her play, because it's a unique experience, and she's just so lovely. And this album is it's uniquely wonderful. Her albums are always something to be treasured and unpacked slowly, and allowing the songs to percolate through. But yeah, it is a joy. A new album from Kathryn is a joy. So she says that a lot of these songs are about living and loving through the passages of time and the internal world that coexists with the outer one. And that is exactly how this album feels. They've got a reflective, gently celebratory feel. Production on the album is really, really lovely, really good, rich, warm, and that's it fits the songs. Sheila and I, we so love the really personal, family influenced songs. Tears flowed the gig. Tears flowed at the gig. You've got to listen to This Mystery, inspired by her dad, and then 2 great songs about growing up with sons, which resonated with me and how we grew up with my mum, and 2 other brothers, Servant of the Flames and Sea of Shadows. You can't listen to those if you grew up as sort of 2 or 3 brothers with a single mum and thinking, yeah, that's how it was. So really good. Whole album is wonderful. There's a couple of collaborations with Polly on it, one with Paul Weller, and yeah.
Which track would you like to hear off that one?
Let's go with This Mystery.
First hit me when I was told I was silent like the broken record left in the road. All the cars went right over it, no one even swerved, till the circle fell to pieces, black dust everywhere. But the label still read Fever, A-side, Peggy Lee, twisting up at the parties, late night on repeat. Cheese on sticks, you danced around as if they were feet, singing you give me fever, oh my Peggy Lee. I wanna paint your stormy sky blue, turn winter into spring.
We now move on to number 8, Sunday Driver, Silk and Filth.
Yes, Silk and Filth. Yeah,
Great name of an album.
Yeah, it is. It's companion album to, they're based in Cambridge, Sunday Driver, companion album to their previous one, Sun God, which I loved. And I love their fusion of folk and classical Indian influences. It's delicately layered, it's got complex percussion rhythms, which is always a good one for me. Really intricate guitar, sitar work, and ethereal vocals. It's an intoxicating listen. It's completely different. That's what I love about all my music. There's so many different types and strands. But they've been previous guests at Deepdale, hopefully back again at some point. And the album, sound engineer and recording done by Joe Nicholson, one of our exceptionally talented and friendly and unflappable sound engineers at the festival. Goodness me, how lucky have we ever fallen to get the sound engineers that we've got. I don't know how we managed it. Complete luck, but God, they're good. So I really love Sunday Driver. Their sound is so particular.
I love that mix of Indian and almost folk pop.
I love it when they move from one to the other mid song, and you get the Indian influenced gentle, more intricate stuff, and then you get hit with this slab of rock that will come in. I just love it.
Yeah.
So
no, they only just fitted on the stage at the waterfront when we saw them there.
Yeah, they did struggle to get on the stage at the Portland, because that is a tiny stage.
There's quite a few of them on stage, isn't there?
Yes.
And when you've got someone sitting cross-legged playing a sitar, that does definitely takes up some space.
It does.
So it was incredibly important to their sound. So which song off that album would you like to play?
I think we'll go with Silk and Filth.
And then number 9 is Skinny Lister, Songs From The Yonder. And of course, between recording this and actually me putting this out live, we'll have seen them in Norwich.
We will, absolutely.
Really looking forward to seeing them.
Yeah, there's quite a big Deepdale contingent going, I think.
Yes.
To that. So well, hopefully we will have seen them before this goes out. So a new Skinny album. In the words of Anton Dubek, what's not to like?
Wow. Okay. There we go.
Shanty songs, jump around songs,
drinking songs.
Yes. Yeah. I think I've invented a new air instrument category to Skinny songs, and one off this as well. Air flagon.
Excellent. Yep.
It is a skill.
You've also got to remember the arm wrestling.
Who could forget the arm wrestling?
It was not where I expected my evening at the Deepdale Festival to go. Arm wrestling random ladies. I just seemed to be challenged at the most strange moments. No. And poor Mark had to become the table for the arm wrestling. Yes,
I think it's fair to say probably one of, if not the most rock and roll bands that we've had at the festival.
Yes, yeah. When we lost her over the barrier into the crowd, and then wondered how we were going to get her back. Her husband didn't seem that phased, so it obviously happens a lot.
Quite a lot. Yeah, I think songs like "Plough On," which I think is going to be the song that I select for us to have a little excerpt of. "Bristol Bound," "Back Into the Battle," are classic Skinny songs, and a couple more of their, I think, sometimes overlooked beautiful ballads. Lorna's voice is fantastic, and I love their ballads. I know Sheila loves their ballads. They're really, really gorgeous element of their sound.
And of course, massive influences on Man and the Lifeboats, who are playing in a few weeks' time.
Yeah.
At Deepdale. Man and the Lifeboats wouldn't exist if they hadn't been to see that gig of Skinny Listers.
No.
In a small village hall.
Absolutely. And we can thank them very much for that. One of the very best live bands we've ever had at Deepdale, I think it's fair to say, and we've had a lot of good ones. Great.
Okay,
love a new Skinny album, and Plough On, I think.
Plough on through the frost when it seems that all is lost. When winter came too quickly, the harvest was the cost. Crack on through the crust, through scorching heat and dust. When summer came on strongly, with a hunger chasing us. Plough on through all weather we will, tackle all terrain we will. Plough on through the hard times so we hit good times again. Plough on through the fear, and now and then the tears. We'll see the seasons changing. Plough on through the years, and sow the seed of hope, and watch as young ones grow, for they shall have tomorrow. Sow seeds of their own.
So number 10 is Iona Lane and her album Swilkie.
Second album for Iona. Strangely, I think the idea of it had been sort of set before her first album. And then, yeah, she spent a lot of time up on the west coast islands of Scotland, and you can feel it rooted in those communities, having cycle toured up around the Inner and the Outer Hebrides and up to Orkney. I can feel this album definitely rooted there, in its atmosphere, and its lyrics and its themes, its sound. It is gorgeous. You know, it's a beautiful record. It comes with an accompanying booklet if you are so inclined. I say booklet, a book. It's the story of the album, the lyrics. It's gorgeous thing. Written largely out on 3 Hebridean islands. There's a second disc with the CD of the songs recorded live on location around the islands, and it's stunning writing. It's incredibly evocative collection of music. It's fully immersed in and inspired by the natural world. That's what is driving it, and it's lovely. She's such a fantastic live performer. I think her music is full on folk music. It's full on folk music.
Yeah, it's unapologetically folk.
And she's played twice at Deepdale, individual gigs, and the first time she completely unfazed by having what I might describe as a slightly rowdier crowd than our usual attentive crowd, completely unfazed. And second time pulls out a cover of Pink Pony Club to and gets the little kids who are staying almost shocked. We had people running out of their rooms to come round into the brick barn and dance along to it. So yeah, absolutely great. I would say boat song.
The boat won't come today. The sea's having her way. We'll sit and watch as the waves roll in. The boat won't come today. The post won't come today. The posties not on their way. It'll sit in my lake till the storms pass. The boat won't come today. See my granny today. It's her 75th birthday. The cake I made's already gone stale. The boat won't come.
So we move on to number 11, Eliza Delf and the
Wilderness with Feast.
I saw them performing this in Norwich City Centre a few months ago. It's very eclectic, Eliza's music. I love it.
Yeah,
I think she was playing outside Next and McDonald's, and I have a feeling that some of the people who were coming out of those two establishments weren't necessarily Eliza's natural fan base. But I thought it was fabulous, and the people who sat and listened were absolutely engrossed.
I think you put this record on, you're not in any sense prepared for what you're about to hear.
No, that's
it's
very
a
true.
little bit like putting on a Florence and the Machine record, I think.
Yeah.
In that sense, it is full throttle, all indie, progressive art rock.
Yeah.
And that is what it is, and it is
with a folk kind
it's
of
multi-influenced. It's musical alchemy in that sense, because it's throwing so many influences in. Sheila was I was playing it the other night. Sheila was walking through and saying, "Who does this remind me of? Who does this remind me of?" And she came up with Grace Slick from Jefferson Airplane.
Yeah.
And it's, okay. Wow, yeah, you could throw in Patti Smith influences, you could throw in Kate Bush, you could throw in Florence, and unmistakably, however, and uniquely, because I've seen them at the Art Centre, I've seen Eliza and a band at the Art Centre, it is uncompromising, brilliant stuff. Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's gorgeously rewarding, because it's so you don't know what's coming next, and it is a quite remarkable album. There's no question. It's brilliant musicianship. Sort of guitars, strings, drums is how it feels in terms of its setup. And then obviously they're all backing Eliza's stunning vocals. That they breathe this vitality into these sort of vibrantly crafted songs. And 2024 festivalers.
Yeah.
For us.
Yep.
And I'm sure they'll be back. So.
And what would you like to play off that album?
Oh, I don't know. Twine, maybe Twine.
So the next one is by Sam Kelly, someone who's performed at Deepdale. Is it Dreamer's Dawn?
Yes.
There we go.
It is. It's amazing how many artists who performed at Deepdale have had new music out this year. It really is. 2025 has been one of those years where everyone's been popping out an album, it seems.
It's because they didn't have a festival to come to, so they had more time.
Plenty of time. And so good as well. We really... struggling to come up with like an album of the year, because it's so good. And it's easy, because you can't play all the albums all the time. Revisiting these for this and listening to it's been an absolute revelation. It's been a wow, this is so good. This is so good. We do love a Sam Kelly album.
Is this a solo album for Sam?
Well, it's out as a solo album in terms of how it's titled, but it has got all of the Lost Boys providing his backing. So it's very much a band orientated album in terms of the sound on it, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It is a really, really stunning album. So go and get it. Just go and get it. Jamie Francis along, and the full Lost Boys band. It is crammed full of classic folk tunes. You listen to it, and there's a mix of traditional stuff arranged by Sam, and Jamie, and original compositions, and they sound like you've known them for years, and you're thinking, oh, okay, which one's which? It's really, really good, really good. We had it on the other night again, because we play a lot of stuff in the car, and played it at home on our system at home. God, this is so good. The production on it is fantastic. It is really, really gorgeous. And yeah, Sam is overdue a return to Deepdale. It's one of those albums that sort of starts off and you think, oh, this is good, and then it just gets better. It is really that good.
And what track are you going to choose off that album?
We love all of them, actually. We decided that you could play the whole album.
I'm not sure his record company will be overly happy with that.
Okay, yeah.
I think you may just have to pick one and a sample of it.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry about that.
Well, I mean, go with Dreamer's Dawn.
Can't reach me down here as I'm stood in 3 feet of water, still as a stone, with all the dreamers who percolate through the cracks in the yellow brick road. Before you know it, we're all dancing like lunatics, like conjurers with crackling fingertips. Music flowing through us like conduits. And oh, if I hold a little piece of your heart tonight, would you stay with me in this place that forever holds mine?
13 is Little Red Kings. Learning to Swim Again.
They're back.
They're back.
Little Red Kings are back with an album of music, new music.
So this is having Jason gone off and done Feathered Thorns.
Feathered Thorns still very active and still gigging and producing. So creative, so individual. I love it.
But we're not talking about that. We're talking about Little Red Kings.
Little Red Kings. Yeah, Little Red Kings. They defined my start in booking and arranging live music. So there's always a very special place in my heart for Little Red Kings, because there's this image ingrained in my memory as to how the first time I saw them before booking them, and then them playing at Clipsby where I booked them, and they were, that has characterised how I've booked a lot of acts, gone to see them. It was so full on, hot, sweaty, the tiny space, the pub down in Lowestoft. They were loud, but I thought, oh, these are good. Can we book these? I booked them, and obviously completely different setup at Clipsby to this tiny little sweaty pub in Lowestoft, and yet the performance it was fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic. Had the audience in the palm of his hand, Jason Wick, the leader of Little Red Kings, and it was great. Love them, absolutely love them. So yeah, slightly new sound, I would say, influenced. Developed over the last few years, influenced maybe by Feathered Thorns, but guitar's still there, groove is still there, and Jason's sort of archetypal voice still there, but it isn't a straightforward rock album like some of their earlier stuff you would say was. There's more reflection, there's more experimentation, a little bit of world weariness, cynicism in there, there's a few bits of spoken word, a little bit of rage.
To be fair, we quite like a lot of bands who've got a bit of rage.
And I love it. I absolutely love it.
And what track?
Let's go Finally I've Found.
on to number
Little Red
14.
King's back. Hurrah.
On to 14, Murmurations.
Oh yeah, Murmurations. Oh, another newish band to us. They've been playing together for a year or two.
And Where the Land Meets Sky.
Yeah.
That's a great name of an album
We
as
love
well.
to see. Look at that artwork.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It is beautiful. It really is beautiful.
It's like it could have been filmed on the North Norfolk coast.
I've
I've not heard of Murmurations before.
No. I picked up on them through the Rabbits, and we went along to see album launch, and another instance of standing there going, oh, these are good. We love this. Really, really, blew us away. They describe themselves as a 4-piece girl band, and creating music for the moors.
Nice.
Yeah, but unique and stunning sound. They're sort of 4-part harmonies. All the girls sing over bouzouki, mandolin, flute, cello, and on the album drums. It is brilliant. It's their first album. It was a really magical evening listening to this. We didn't know in advance. I hadn't heard any of their stuff in advance, and so it was one of those magical evenings where you don't know what quite to expect, but you sort of think, oh, this could be up our street, and it was fantastic.
That's cool.
Delicate, tensely powerful stuff though, in their coming together as a group. Rhubarb, I think.
Carve your name with a knife. Cut me open just to count the rings of light. Said it once, said it twice. Strain to listen, hear just distance, pay the price. Deny us, deny us. Deny us, deny us. Borrowed land, beaten black. Borrowed time, beaten track. Borrowed into my back. Feel it twisted soon.
IQ
Dominion.
Is IQ's the band you guys go down to watch for their Christmas gigs every year?
They
don't
are.
you?
Yeah, they are a sort of a lodestone band for our friendship group.
This is the school
My
friends
school
who are
friends,
the ones
yeah.
who hang around at the front
So,
of the festival every year.
And IQ date back to 1983, their first album. That's sort of around the time that we all got to know each other. They've been going a long time. They're still really vital in terms of the music they're producing. They're still inventive. They're still deep, dark diving into themes, death, loss, where we're going. And the new album out from them, couldn't not mention it. It's great. Dominion. Ideas driven, intelligent, meditative, nice long songs.
So which one would you like a tiny sample of?
No Dominion.
Others pass by, they make their way across.
So number 16, Hannah White.
Keep it really short. Hannah White. I've sort of only really discovered Hannah this year.
Yeah, I had not heard of her until you sent me this list.
AMA UK award winner this year, UK Americana artist. She, with her partner, runs a sound lounge down in Sutton, South London. And yeah, this is a really, really good album. And actually, I probably haven't listened to it enough because there's a lot on it. There's 2 discs. But it is gorgeous. It really, really is a great album. And I'm not surprised that her and her band were supporting Jules at the Royal Albert Hall recently, because it's really good. So she might even be in the International Superstar category now. So
she's not playing the Brick Barn anytime soon then?
No, not at the moment.
But we're working on it.
Yeah, well, never give up
Hannah,
hope.
you're always welcome. You are always welcome. Like you, Jules. Jules Holland, you are also very welcome. 17, CMAT, and it's called Euro Country?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Force of nature. Absolute force of nature. We saw CMAT at Moseley Folk in 2024, and we hadn't heard her music at all before then, and she blew the place apart. She just blew the place apart. I'm not sure many people I know who in my orbit have been to that actually Moseley Folk, but I'm not saying it's a staid and traditional folk. It isn't, but it's single field, 2 stages next to each other in a little private park in the back of Birmingham, suburb of Birmingham. It's not like multi-field, Latitude Glastonbury thing. It's not. Blew the place apart. Absolutely took this, shredded the stage. Everyone was just dancing around, even thinking, "Oh, I'm not going to dance." Yes, I am. And everyone's jumping up. It was amazing. Great songs on this album. Is it country with a pop twang, or is it pop with, I don't know, but it's and she doesn't take herself too seriously while taking herself incredibly seriously. She's committed to her music and committed to these songs, and it shows, and it's brilliant.
That's very cool.
Sheila's album of the Can't Take It Out of the Car stereo year. It's just whenever I say, "Where's that album that you bought me for my birthday?"
It's in the car.
It's in the other car. It's been in there all year. CMAT, if you're listening, you're always welcome at Deepdale.
18.
Have we run out of time yet?
Well, I'm going to edit. So 18 is Floral Image, Deeper Down Meadowland.
We had such a job filtering this list of great albums down to the last few, but it did come down to, okay, which albums have we had in the car all year on repeat again, and so there are 3. This one, Floral Image, Gone Down Meadowland, Norwich band, and picked up on them from a recommendation by David Auckland.
Okay.
I saw him recommending them online. I thought, okay, let's have a... he was highly recommending them. And, we love this album. I really, really love this album. I really love this band. Rock, psychedelic, energy, invention, urgent, exciting. One of our soundtrack records of this year. One of our, without a doubt. You just have to listen to Burning 305 or Tiergarten, which is instrumental. Oh, absolutely fantastic. Just get it. Just get it if you possibly can. Yeah, just get it.
Okay.
Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant album.
19, Neev.
Neev, yeah. Oh, Neev. So,
How
second
Things
one,
Tie in Knots.
second album that we can't get out of the car, out of the CD player. How Things Tie in Knots. And we saw, we were introduced to Neev's music. We saw her, she opened for Sunday Driver in Cambridge, and we just fell in love with her songwriting on the spot. Band was so understated but fantastic.
Is she a Cambridge artist?
No, she's Glaswegian, based in London, and it is just such a gorgeous album. It's personal, very particular sound, almost Torch singer-like in places, deeply emotional songs, but such great understated melodies and hooks, really, really subtle, really, the musicality of it. It's just, what is it, indie folk with pop sensibilities, diving into complexities of identity, relationships. It's another one of our soundtrack albums this year. Just brilliant.
And if you had to pick a track?
Oh, I don't want to pick one track, but I'll pick Keep Low.
Keep your heart shut, be dishonest. I'll preserve you the way I have to. Just don't lose yourself on the road. Come and go.
Number 20 is two lovely, lovely people who have played at Deepdale a few times.
Who had two
Christina
lovely
Alden
little
and
people.
Alex Patterson. Their new album is Safe Travels, which we love.
Yeah, probably, and it's in great company. But probably for us, the soundtrack album of 2025. It's accompanied us on all of our journeys this year, all of them, even our little short journeys where we go and pick the grandchildren up from school and then get the grandchildren sat in the back of the car singing along to our house.
That is such a great song. That is such a beautiful song. And seeing Chris Riddle drawing while they're singing is something unbelievably special.
It is a truly beautiful, warm, rich record with so many brilliant songs.
Yeah.
So many brilliant songs. They have absolutely hit a seam of musical gold with this. That it's amazing. I don't remember sort of hearing and singing along to a folk album before like this.
Yeah.
Where I'm picking up the lyrics and I'm singing along at the top of my voice in the car when I'm driving along, and it is magical. It truly is magical. They sing and play about love, the natural world, children, animals. Their storytelling through these songs is so vivid, and they've distilled it. For this album has distilled their brilliance down to this purity. It's so, if you think of books or pieces of art that you think, they've been edited and honed and honed and honed, that's this album. It's fantastic.
It is a thing of beauty.
It really is. It really is.
So if you had to pick a track?
I've been thinking about this actually for quite a long time, because I knew it would be sort of there or thereabouts. I'm thinking about this for quite a long time, and it could be any of them on the album, but I'm going to go with Starless Sea.
we are on to our last album, Polly Paulusma, Wildfires.
Yes. Yeah. This came out so early in 2025. It was like the first album of 2025. I mean, this deserves so much. Polly is a true artist, and this unleashes the full flow and power of her creative life force into this single project. It is stunning. It is stunning. It's immense, immersive story of love throughout our lives, exploring all the different ways it comes in and goes out. And
is this the crazy project where she wanted to have a triple vinyl album?
Yeah. Decision of brave, wildfiery madness.
Yes.
Yeah, triple vinyl, which is a lovely, lovely thing. Incredibly detailed and honest accompanying book. It's such a thing to hold and to to flick through and to see all the handwritten notes of the themes and the songs and the stories, and it is incredible. It is an incredible piece of art and song, and music. The complete opening of a heart captured on a record.
Beautiful.
It is beautiful. It really is beautiful. It's a very, very special thing, and it is impossible to select a single track. Treat yourself, people. Buy a physical copy. It's a double CD or triple vinyl, but buy yourself a physical copy. Set aside an evening. Get your lights set a little bit low. Get a lovely drink that you like to curl up with. Dive in and be transported.
Show me your scars and tell me each story. Don't scrimp on the detail. I want the guts and the gore. Give me a tour. Take me all round your body. The places they hurt you and left you bleeding sore. You make it so damn hard not to love you, but it's far too late to show you the door. So show me your scars.
What a fabulous selection. Thank you so much for that. And I know that people will enjoy them, but I also know that people will be swearing at you because they'll have just got 21 more things that they've got to buy before Christmas.
Sorry about that, everybody.
Don't forget to look at our music programme. We've got a whole lot of gigs that are already in the diary. There will be more added to the list. In what will be a week or two when this podcast comes out, we will have Man the Lifeboats and our Deepdale Christmas party where we're going to be raising funds for St Martin's Housing Trust, and that's going to be just wonderful.
It's going to be lovely, but we've still got a couple of ensuite rooms available for that weekend, so
you need to book them and you need to come over and see them.
Get your stuff in gear.
It's going to be brilliant. There'll be lots of dancing. We're going to have our fab little bar. The Nest will be there. It's just going to be a lovely evening, really good fun. And as I say, we're going to be raising some great dosh with a raffle and all sorts of other fun things for St Martin's Housing Trust, who are a brilliant charity helping the homeless in Norfolk. On the 7th of Feb, we've got a very exclusive sitting room gig from Georgia Shackleton, supported by her other half, Aaren Bennett. And that's going to be a gorgeous, very small venue, lovely gig on the 7th of February. We've got the Deepdale Barn Dance on the 28th of March with the whirly gig Cayley Band. And, let's face it, all of us love twirling round and round and round in the brick barn for that. That is always a fun evening. We've got the John Ward Trio playing on the 18th of April. They have been to Deepdale a few times. Always fantastic music. Be a really lovely evening. Robert Vincent, who went down an absolute storm at the Deepdale Festival. So Robert Vincent will be playing on the 9th of May. Then we've got Sarah McQuaid, who's just the most fabulous lady. Chris and Sheila and I have been to see her a few times, and she's played at Deepdale as well, and we really love her, and she's coming to play on the 11th of July. And then on the 11th to 13th of September, we have the Branxter Staithe Sea Shanty Festival. We hosted a stage this year in 2025. It went really well, so we've decided to host again and probably really embrace it a little bit more. And it's just such a fantastic weekend of shanty. It's unapologetically shanty. It's got some fantastic bands that come and play. The programme will be announced in due course, but make sure you book in 11th to 13th of September. We have a venue. There's songs sung in the church. There's stuff in the village hall. There's stuff in both the Jolly Sailors and the White Horse. And it's just a lovely excuse to wander the village, see some great music, and you should come along to it. Anyway, watch our website. Either go to deepdalecamping.co.uk or deepdalemusic.co.uk, and all of these events are listed on there. And we will hopefully see you for the 20th of December for a good dance in the barn with Man the Lifeboats. Thanks again, Chris, for a fabulous list. That's really great.
Great, you're welcome. Good
Have
Christmas,
a
everyone.
fantastic Christmas. All the best, and we'll be back with another episode of the Deepdale podcast in 2026. Thanks for listening, guys.